Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2 Ups and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in live, taking time out of their day and joining us here today on all of our social media platforms. I'm so excited to be here with all of you because we will be joined by a very, very special guest, a very, very talented guest who will be dropping a full-length album next week, which is called Sucker Punch. So everybody please welcome to MYXclusive, Maggie Lindemann.
Hi.
Hi, Maggie. Thanks for joining us today. How are you feeling today?
I feel good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're so excited. You are calling us all the way from LA. So thank God for the internet. We are able to have this little chat about the exciting things that you have going on in your life. But before we get to that, how have you been these days? Like, what have you been up to? I know there's a lot of things going on for you. So what have you been up to?
I've just been working, honestly. Like, I just got back into town the other day and I'm about to leave tonight for New York. So I've literally just been working so much and I'm just really excited for the album to come out. It's like finally coming and yeah, I'm really excited.
That is like crazy. A lot of things happening, very exciting things too. But in times that, everything gets a little busy and there's a lot of things going on, are there certain things you like to do for yourself? Maybe like, some self-care stuff that you like to do in between those things that you have to do?
Oh my God. Lately I have been so bad on the self-care. Usually I like to like take baths. Baths are like my like peace. I like to take baths. I like to get massages. I like to just like do things that make me happy, like in the moment. Maybe it's like go shopping or like I don't know, really anything. Like, in the moment sometimes I'll be feeling like, oh, this is like I need to do this right now, and it makes me happy to just do it. So that's my self-care.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we all forget sometimes. I mean, that's the nature of life. I feel like when things are a little bit much and like we're like focused on the things that we have to do, we do forget. But yeah, that's so true. Like in the moment, I think that's what's important to kind of give
Yeah.
into the things that you want to do. But it is a very exciting time for you, like I said in my intro, because you're going to be dropping an album next week, which is called Sucker Punch. So how are you feeling? Finally, it's going to be out for everybody. I can imagine it's like excitement, but also nervous maybe. So how has it been?
Yes.
Like, where's your head at with that?
I'm really excited. Like, I've been sitting on this album for like a minute. I think I finished, like, I did the first song right after Paranoia came out. So like beginning of 2021, I started the album. So I've been waiting for it to come out and I'm really nervous. I think I'm mostly excited. I get way more nervous towards like the day of. That's when like the nerves will really kick in and I'll be like, oh no, maybe like people are gonna hate it. I shouldn't have put this out, whatever. But right now I'm mostly just excited and I'm gonna be back home in Texas to celebrate, which is like really special. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh, that sounds so exciting, being able to celebrate it back home too. I think
Yeah.
is such an awesome thing. And you said that you started working on the album in 2021, the start of 2021. So it's been, a minute since
Yeah.
you started the album. And I'm sure throughout that whole time, a lot of things have happened to you, like a lot of personal growth too, I can imagine, throughout that whole period of time. And we've obviously seen your evolution throughout the years. So what sides of Maggie can we expect to hear in this album?
It's a lot of like, it's not a lot of happy stuff. It's definitely a lot of sadder stuff. A lot of like, I was going through a lot of like pain and just trying to like figure myself out and figure my relationship out at the time and figure out like who I was and like who I wanted to be and like being I turned 24 and I turned 23 and then 24 in the midst of this album. And I think those are like really big years, especially like as a woman. Those are like really hard years because I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting old. You know what I mean? So like I was just trying to figure myself out and like going through all these like crises and all this stuff. So you're definitely hearing a lot of that.
That's so true. I know what you feel. It's like the quarter life crisis
Mm-hmm.
age, 23, 24. You're kind of like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like,
Yeah,
what's happening?
it's like I'm not 21 anymore, and then I'm not 22.
Yeah.
22 is like the cute, like, oh, I'm like
Yeah.
just turned 21, now I'm 22, and then it's like 23. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get
was
you.
I was going through a crisis.
No, for sure. I get you. It's just kind of like I'm not that young anymore. Like I'm
Mhm.
young, but I'm not that young. So I totally get
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah.
A lot of people can definitely relate to that. But it's good to hear that, the album kind of helped you figure out the things that you had questions about or even questions about yourself. So were there things like what was the biggest thing you learned about yourself throughout the whole process of creating this album?
I think like one of the main things for me that I've learned is not to like take anyone's opinions and like
Mm,
one of the main things that this album was about was just like kind of feeling like worthless and like letting someone make me feel like crazy and I think like coming into this year and figuring a lot of stuff out like I will never let anyone make me feel crazy like ever again. I'll never let someone treat me a certain way. I'll never let someone make me feel crazy and I don't know. I like really realized that about myself. Like for a long time, I was like, I'm not gonna let anyone treat me bad ever again. And then I would like let someone treat me bad.
Yeah.
And like I really will never let anyone treat me like any way ever again.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at that age. I feel like that is the awakening. Like life is,
Mhm.
you have the power to, really
Yes.
cut these people out of your life too. So that's really cool to hear that
Yeah.
the music
Like don't
process.
ignore those flags when you see them. Like do
Yes.
not ignore them. I know it's like fun or like you might really like them, but like don't ignore that stuff.
That's so true. That's so true. Like sometimes you have to, have a conversation with yourself too when those things
Exactly.
happen. So it's good to hear that, the album kind of helped you with that too. And you also shared before that one of your favorite songs or your most favorite song that you've created so far is Self Sabotage. So would you want to
Mhm.
let us know, like, how has Self Sabotage kind of helped you, or like, why is it one of your favorite songs you've ever made?
It's one of my favorite songs just because I think the meaning is so like resonates
Mm,
so deeply with me.
mhm.
Even 2 years after I finished the song, I think that 2 years, it's been a year after that I finished the song, it still resonates so closely with me, and I think with other people too. It's just like it's such a real topic, and so many people do it, and for me, that's like been such a reoccurring theme in my life since I was super young. I've always self-sabotaged. It's just something I do. So when I made that song, I kind of listened to it, and it's like one of those things where I write songs that I relate to, but like that was the song that I was like, this is me as a song.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I can imagine too. A lot of us, we do self-sabotage, like sometimes even like subconsciously, which is,
mhm.
a lot of people can definitely relate to that. So it is like a really important song at any point in your life. I feel like a lot of us go through it,
Yeah,
not just at certain periods of our life, but it's consistent for a lot of us. So I feel like a lot of
definitely.
people can definitely relate to it. And that's also one of the reasons why we love self-sabotage, like the song. Not the actual practice
Yeah,
of self
yeah.
sabotage, you guys. But yeah, we love the song so much, which makes us so excited for the new songs too. So out of all of the songs that you created on the album, is there a specific one that you know, are so excited for people to hear on the album?
I'm really excited for people to hear the intro and Take Me
Hmm.
Nowhere.
Hmm.
I'm really excited for people to hear Me Out.
Hmm.
Um, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for people to hear everything. I'm really excited for Girl Next Door. I always forget about that one for some reason. I'm really excited about Girl Next Door. Um, yeah, I think those are my ones I'm most excited about.
There you go, you guys. So take note, but also just listen to the whole album, obviously, because it has like
Yes.
Maggie put a lot of hard work into it, has a lot of meaning to her. So listen to the whole album. It's coming out next week, so that's really, really exciting. But also very exciting for Maggie. She's going to be part of really, really, really cool festivals this coming September, but also October. So you're going to be part of Louder Than Life and Aftershock with some of I could imagine some of your idols too in live. So how excited are you to perform at these festivals, which are huge?
I'm really excited.
Mhm.
Evanescence is also performing, and
Mhm.
Evanescence is one of my biggest influences.
Mhm.
So I'm really excited. And then for Aftershock, it's actually my brother's birthday. So I'm gonna be able to, because I usually don't get to stay like the whole time for festivals. I usually just like
Mhm.
go perform. But for Aftershock, I will actually be able to like be there and see everyone and everything because my brother is gonna come. It's gonna be a whole thing. So I'm really, really excited.
Oh wow! So that's like a whole different like aspect to it too. Finally, you're gonna be able to stay throughout the whole festival, and
Mhm.
that's so exciting. Like, are there other artists you're really excited to see at Aftershock?
Yes, I'm really excited to
Mm.
see, Bring Me the Horizon, Slipknot,
Mm.
Evanescence, Dance Gavin Dance. I'm definitely forgetting some. I think Rob Zombie.
Mhm.
Um, I know there's so many more, but also my brother is like the same as me. We both love that music, and he's honestly even a bigger fan of like metal and all that stuff than me. So he's really pumped, and he's gonna make me go see everyone. So I'm about to see everyone.
Yay, that's so exciting. I mean, he's gonna have the best birthday ever. Even
Yeah.
though it's not your birthday, you're also gonna have the best birthday
Oh,
ever.
I'm gonna have the
Yeah.
best day where, like, I get to stay. I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. So that's so exciting. We can't wait for you to be able to perform at the festivals too. And you're also headlining a couple of shows very soon. So how have you been preparing for all of that? Like you said, you're gonna be leaving also later on tonight. So how have you been preparing for everything, like performing and touring too?
So, that's a good question. I haven't actually, I haven't had any, like, rehearsal yet for it.
Hmm.
Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, "When am I doing that?" But just to I did just have 2 shows that weren't, like,
Hmm.
fan shows. They were, for, like they were basically just for, like, people on my label and stuff like that to, like, hear the
Hmm.
albums and stuff. So, I have performed the album twice now, so that's, like, a little bit of my preparation. Um, but I don't know, to prepare, I kinda just, like, listen to my stuff and, we'll rehearse and,
Hmm.
do all that stuff, but I'm really just excited to do a festival again.
Yeah, it's gonna be so exciting. I can imagine the energy already. So we can't
Yeah.
wait for everything that you have going on, especially the album coming out next week. You guys, Sucker Punch from Maggie Lindemann. Make sure to check it out when it drops next week. But before I let you go, Maggie, do you have a message to all your Filipino fans who, are so excited they're putting out a debut album, and also, of course, waiting for you to come to the Philippines when the time is right.
Just thank you guys so much for all the support. I will definitely be coming and doing a show there soon, hopefully. But I love you guys and thank you for supporting me through all the years. I know you guys have been here for a while, so thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much, Maggie, for joining me here on Mix today. It was great to meet you. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
you too.
joining us.
Yeah,
And
thank
thank you as well to everybody who tuned in to this exclusive interview. Once again, this has been Sam with 2 M's and Maggie Lindemann. Thank you, everybody.